All right, so 18 narcissistic traits, overlapping confusions that can overlap with the common solution, boundaries, and self-love, cycle of confusion. So I'm just gonna speed through it. I'm sharing this with you so you can see that, these are the signs, the most popular signs, consolidated, of course, that I've been collecting too for a long time. Why are you collecting it a lot? Because I have to be a student of the game if I'm going to teach this stuff. So, but this is a consolidated version of it. Excessive need for admiration. This is one of 18. Excessive need for admiration. Somebody constantly seeking validation, attention, and praise from you and others. That sounds like all of social media, but let's just keep it moving, shall we? Lack of empathy. Difficulty understanding or caring about your feelings, needs, or boundaries. That sounds like social media too, but lack of empathy. All these signs are real, but they are traits, right? Like I said, we all have narcissistic traits in us. The issue is when it's chronic, or they can identify a couple of them in you, and in fact, you are victimizing a person or even yourself by way of a relationship, right? But these are all the signs that people will see just one of them, they run. They call their partner a narcissist. Number 3, manipulation and control, of course, using emotional tactics like guilt tripping, gaslighting, your favorite word, or coercion to get their way, right? Including when you are just good old negotiations, like, hey, take the kids tomorrow. No, I take the kids tomorrow. I'll go do my pedicure today. Okay, let's work it out. No, why does it always have to be your way? It's your way or the highway. There's problems. There's wahala. Let's keep going. All right, so that's 1. That's 2. We're number 3. Number 4 of 18 signs that I've identified, okay, as the most popular signs. These are also real signs. I want to be clear about that. But these are the things. See, just because you know the theory of this stuff doesn't mean you truly understand it. That's really the point I'm driving home with today's session, okay? Love bombing, okay? Love bombing and idealization. Overwhelming affection and attention at the start to gain control, followed by devaluation. So your girl is in love with you. She's all over you. In fact, the first time you wanted to travel, she started missing you already and she started crying. But then you can remember about 2 days ago, she was giving you that toxic vibe and you're already feeling smothered, right? But then she never lets you have your way. What's your way exactly? Well, she's also disrespectful when you guys get into an argument. Okay, this is easy, But then the following day, she buys you a gift, a very nice cologne that costs $375. So now you feel difficult. You feel a sense of you can't leave her, right? Again, it's a real sign. Nonetheless, if this is the only sign you are seeing, maybe not so soon, maybe not so quick, right? Let's look at other signs. Okay, number 5, devaluation and discard. When they're upset, the first thing they want to do is say things to you that will make you feel less than valuable. Okay? What did Bumi say? Paned. What did Paned do to you now? Lord help us. Anyway, the first thing they want to say, they say things to you that will make you feel less valuable than yourself. Particularly things that has to do with if you're no longer with them. How can you possibly be valuable with them, right? Doesn't make any sense to them. So, of course. So what do you guys think about those 5 signs already? Can you guys relate? It's a jump question, I know. But can you relate already? There's some more signs. Number 5. Let's go to number 6. Sorry, that was number 5 we just covered. Number 6, gaslighting, making you question your own perception of events. Like you knew what happened yesterday. You knew in your heart of hearts. You have no facts. You don't have any evidence. No evidence whatsoever. but they're making you feel like a fool. Right? Yeah. Yeah. It must mean that you are probably living with a narcissist. Hey, it's just 1 out of 18 chances that you're living with a narcissist. It's possible. Let's not cap. Okay, let's not cap. But these are the signs you will see out there. Any one of these signs is no good enough. Sign number 7: blaming and deflecting responsibility, right? Shifting blame onto you and others, never accepting accountability for their actions. Well, what I actually teach here is not that. I don't teach. I talk about blame, but more so as an anti-seductive thing, not for you to identify. It's an anti-seductive for your own good. Like if you have a tendency to look for who's to blame, there's a good chance that you don't even know how to woo anybody. Okay? To get what you want. There's a good chance that you're not having the good experience that you've always dreamed about or seen in all those Nickelodeon, and what do you call it? What's the name of the other network? The Nollywood stories, right? Number 8. Emotional unavailability. Physically present but emotionally distant or disconnected, avoiding deep emotional intimacy. Never mind that, it's just a moment we're out of love, I can't stand her right now because I don't know, maybe not because of her, but maybe I'm going through something at work, or maybe she's been annoying for the last 2 hours. I can't stand her. Maybe it's not really about, maybe it's me, it's not you. Never mind all of that. This is a sign of that you're living with a narcissistic person. Sign number 9. Did I skip anything? I hope I didn't skip anything. Sign number 9: jealousy and possessiveness. Okay, now all these things can fall in any. They're going to happen in every relationship. I hate to tell you like this. Any single one of these things, you're gonna have moments that you feel like these are your reality. And what do? You don't even listen to the rest of the video. You just say, that's what I'm going through. That's what it is, Charlie. Let's call a spade a spade. Number 10, entitlement, expecting special treatment as though their needs and desires are more important than yours. Wala. Bumi said, no, I can't relate, to be honest. I'm happy for you. But you seen somebody told you this sign. These are the signs on the internet, isn't it? Right? All right. So that's number 10. We just covered number 10 right there. What else? Let's have it. Number 11. Exploiting your vulnerabilities. Okay. What are my, so if you're going to assess this, if we're going to actually assess this, because what's the first step in active listening, right? Assessing some kind of event is going on, is triggering you, trigger word trigger, is triggering you, is making you feel some type of way. And what's the first thing you should do? Assess the situation, right? Or somebody said, well, if they're exploiting your vulnerabilities, what should be the first thing? Well, what is the meaning of vulnerability? What is vulnerability to me? What are my vulnerability? Those are things that would take a lot of patience for you to identify. But do people have the patience to identify what their vulnerabilities are? No. If it aligns with how they feel, it aligns with how they feel. It is what it is. It is what it is. They're just going to be like, you know what? I'm with a narcissist. Okay? Those are the signs of a narcissist. Okay? Here's the thing. This is just a narcissistic trait. Okay? You need more than that to really diagnose a person. I needed to say that before I move any further. Okay, you need a little bit more than that in order to diagnose a person. Let's move on to number 12. Okay, number 12, inconsistent affection. The men are probably related with this one, right? inconsistent affection, alternating between excessive affection and emotional coldness, creating confusion and instability. You just don't know what she wants. She seems like she never knows what she wants. She's got to be a narcissist. There's no way that woman, the mother of my 3 kids, is not that she's not a narcissist. It's not possible, right? Same behavior. Okay. Number 13. Let's move on to number 13. Love withdrawal. Men can probably relate with this more so too, right? Probably mostly men, right? Right? Am I lying? Love withdrawal, withholding affection or intimacy as a form of punishment. She's punishing you with the kpekus. She must be a narcissist. Is it possible? Yes. Is she a narcissist? Can you diagnose her? No, you can't. Okay? You can't, because there's so many events in life that can put her in that position to make her look like your enemy. You know, a person that's withholding the kpekus from you, it will obviously feel like that's your enemy. It's like, are you an enemy of progress? Do you want me to go to work and be cranky all day today? What is wrong with this woman? You know, it's been 2 weeks. Wait, it's been 1 month. Wait, it's been 8 years. Is she a narcissist? At 8 years or more, even me, I don't know what to say at that point. 8 years is a long time, right? But I still want to see a couple of other signs here. I need you to tell me the rest of your story. No, never mind me. I need you to talk to a mental health professional, right? I need you to talk to what do you call them? A licensed therapist, okay? Before you diagnose that person, okay? But you know it's okay for you to leave that relationship, right? You know you can still love them. Anyway, let's continue. Number 14, invalidating your feelings, dismissing, ridiculing, or belittling your emotions, making you feel irrational or overreacting, aka gaslighting. Listen, we might actually be talking about the same thing in about 50,000 different ways. Okay? Don't confuse yourself. You're human beings. Sometimes somebody already called you a narcissist because you looked at this, you know in your heart of hearts you've actually exuded 2 or 3 of these behaviors. But of course it's you, so holding yourself accountable, it's probably problems. Anyway, number 15. What is number 15? Narcissistic rage, explosive outburst. Outbursts. I was watching Charles, the journalist Charles on Arise News TV, and he went it was talking about Madam Obi and the other guy that was angry on TV yesterday. It was like the outburst. It's like, wait, wow. Explosive outbursts of anger when they feel disrespected, criticized, or slighted, often disproportionate to the situation. This sounds like Nwa Boyi. That's his name. That's what he did yesterday, right? Can I diagnose him with narcissist behavior? No, I can't. I'm not allowed to. Okay. Is he possibly a narcissist? Yes. The word possibly, right? Is that a fact? No, it is not. Okay. If that person is your husband, should you go home and call him a narcissist? That's probably a bad idea, don't you think? That's probably a bad idea, right? All right. Number 16. Let's move on to number 16, shall we? Number 16 says using you as a source of supply. Keyword supply. Relying on you and others for constant attention, admiration, validation. All I had to say was supply. If you're a student of narcissism, you already know what I mean. All right. But yes, this is a big deal. A person keeps feeding off of you. Well, never mind that people will continue their bad behavior, cheating, stealing, lying, indirectly cheating, stealing, and lying when you incentivize them with your presence, with your enablement, right? With your You're supplying them, aka you are supplying them. Number 17, let's move on to number 17. Another buzzword, another word. Triangulation. You heard one of those ladies talk about triangulation earlier on, right? Triangulation, comparing you to others. To me, these are all anti-seductive behavior. It's no wonder that you don't feel safe, secure, you don't feel attracted to this person. You feel like you should leave them, right? I think that should more so be your angle. They don't have the skills. They don't know that they're doing this to you. That should more so be the angle. But you know what? That's not going to sound like they're your enemy. So it will make you feel better if it sounds, at least for a few minutes, that they are your enemy. So that you can feel validated. But what do you do to enemies? You're supposed to get rid of enemies. But there's a problem. You're not going to get rid of this enemy. That creates confusion, don't you think? That's the internal struggle I was talking about. That's problematic. So it creates a short-term solution for you. You feel better that you're not crazy, but ultimately it doesn't really provide a lasting solution. These are the issues I'm talking about. Last but not least, we have 18 of 18. Chronic dissatisfaction and perfectionism. There's nothing you do. Nothing is ever enough for them. And they're constantly seeking perfection, making you feel inadequate. This is actually the dilemma of many men. Okay? They tend to be confused. They don't know what they can possibly do to ever make her happy. Well, it tells me that you don't have seduction skills, if anything. But we're talking about narcissism today, right? Nothing ever makes her happy. It tells me that you probably have terrible listening skills. Probably, okay? If you're dealing with a human being that they actually have something that they care about, then all you have to do is listen long enough. You have to listen attentively enough, listen long enough, and then make them feel safe that in fact they can achieve and accomplish whatever that is in your presence with you around. But that's a long process. You'll rather call them a narcissist because they're never satisfied with whatever you do, right? Could it be one of the many things they will find out in the assessment of psychologists to actually officially call them a narcissist? Yes. But what I'm telling you is that this is probably not going to help you, because you married that person once upon a time when you thought they were kind, they were nice, they did everything for you. But now today, somebody has helped you turn it to they were love bombing you all along. They never cared about you. Those are the 18 narcissistic traits, overlapping confusions that can overlap with the common solution. What's the solution? Boundaries and self-love. Because all of the 18 traits that I've aligned out for you, if somebody is looking at you, your partner has been looking at you for the past 6 months as you are the narcissist, right? And they set boundaries in place, right? The way they set the boundaries, the way you are interpreting it is all of these 18 signs or 18 traits, right? And there's confusion. Now you're seeing them as the narcissist, whereas they're actually setting boundaries and they're trying to protect themselves from you. You never thought of it that way, right? No, why not? Why should you think of it that way when you are more important? Wait, who is more important? I'm confused. One of the signs is sense of grandiose, right? A sense of better self-importance than your partner. Confusion. All right. So those are the 18 signs. I want to go ahead and move forward into the next segment in this topic. I just want you to really, if you're going to discuss this topic, make sure you're telling the rest of the story, okay? And I want you to focus on your own side of the story, not the other side of the story. I actually don't care. Trust me, we can extract the truth from your own side of the story, okay? This is not the court of law where we need absolute evidence and facts and witnesses. No, we don't need all of that, okay? You will tell on yourself anyway. You will tell us the truth, okay? If somebody is professional enough, they know what they're doing, you will tell them the truth. Maybe not always directly, but you will tell on yourself. All you have to do is focus on your own side of the story. and be authentic. Be honest with yourself, not with me. Just be honest with yourself, you know. And then you might just find that this 18 narcissistic traits is probably not your main issue. But I'm going to get to the other 4 main issues here in a second. I'll be right back.
It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.